Hello everyone. So in this presentation, we'll be seeing the classification of class Amphibia. The classification of class Amphibia had been done by main authors. Parker and Haswell divided the class into 8 orders, of which 5 are extinct and 3 were living. But later, has been customary to place the extinct orders together in a single subclass, while all the living forms grouped in another class. Okay, so here we have the classification um, proposed by G. Kingsley Noble in 1924, who classified class Amphibia into 6 orders, um, 3 orders of extinct and 3 orders of living. The extinct orders have been put together in a single subclass, the subclass Stegocephalia, and all the living forms have been grouped in under subclass Lysamphibia. It is considered to be modern amphibia. Okay. Now, the here the classification is followed as per Kingsley Noble's classification. Okay. Now, subclass Stegocephalia includes all the extinct forms. They are actually the term has come from the two Greek terms, that is stigin, it means to cover, and kephali or cephali means head. So it includes all those groups which do have a solid bony roof over the skull. Okay, so that is what it referred to. It comprises the extinct amphibians of the late Devonian period, and they were particularly abundant during the Carboniferous to the Permian period. And we can see that all the stegocephalians, they are extinct lizard-like and salamander-like amphibians. They have on the dorsal surface of the skull, it is completely covered by dermal bones. Then limbs, pentadactylus. The skin, they do have scale. They did have scales and bony dermal plates, unlike the present-day modern amphibians. Uh, then, as said, they appeared in the lower Carboniferous period to the upper Triassic, in which they disappeared. They lived during the Permian to Triassic era. So these were the features of Stegocephalia subclass, and the subclass Stegocephalia were divided into actually orders, namely Labyrinthodontia, Phyllospondyle, Lepospondyli, etc. And all included were the extinct forms. Okay. Now, subclass 2, it is Lysamphibia. The Lysamphibia, the term comes we have the characters of the modern ones. Um, Lyssos means smooth, so it is very peculiar feature of the amphibians having smooth skin, right? The modern amphibians, they lack any dermal bony skeleton, and hence it is smooth, and hence it is included named as Lysamphibians, and they are characterized by the presence of simple smaller teeth. Okay, and this is what we are going to learn, actually, the classification of the subclass Lysamphibia. The Lysamphibia, the present-day amphibians, they are highly varied in their morphology, in their anatomy and mode of life, and they fall under 3 distinct evolutionary lineages, namely frogs, salamanders, and caecilians, as we have already seen in the previous presentation. The members of these lineages are superficially very different. However, these differences appear to be chiefly related to their locomotive specializations based upon their habitat they live in or adaptations they have taken up. Right. Now, Lysamphibia, subclass Lysamphibia, it includes 3 orders, namely Gymnophiona, Urodela, and Anura. Gymnophiona, the name comes, gymnos means naked, just like gymnosperms. Then Ophiona or Ophionius, it represents snakes. Okay, it is somewhat snake-like. They don't have any tail, they don't have any, like what you call, limbs. Okay, and it is naked, that is, they don't have any scale covering. So such kind of snake-like limbless, tailless amphibians is being included under Gymnophiona. It is otherwise referred as Apora. Apora means without legs, right? So they are limbless. So Gymnophiona or Apoda, it is the first order. Then we have the Urodela. We'll be looking into the characters later in detail in the coming presentations. But Urodela, the order, it is Uro means tail. So Urodela, they are the tailed amphibians, and they are also referred as chordata. Okay, Caudata, chordata. Here again, chorda means tail, and those amphibians bearing a tail. So they are tailed amphibians, right? So it includes the salamanders and newts. Then Anura, okay, it is URA represents tail, right? So they are tailless amphibians. So you have limbless amphibians, tailed amphibians, and tailless amphibians. Anura, it includes the frogs and toads. So this is the classification pattern of the class Amphibia. Fine.